I'm the last Bob. He's Christian the Show Towers. That's Daniel Does Everything.
Does everything.
Oh, you said it. You still said it.
He's Daniel Questions Everything, and we are Show and Tell Comic Review. We buy boxes of random indie comics from comic book stores all over the U.S. and review what they send us. You know how social media works. Look what we got.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. So today's comic is called Nightmare Man. It was a one-shot comic created by Matthew Wilding. The art was done by Matt Rowe, and the cover art was also done by Matt Rowe. The comic follows Alex, a guy stumbling through middle age, divorce, and professional stagnation. He's suddenly confronted in his daily life at a diner by his worst childhood fears in the form of a man that he sees across the diner that looks just like a man that used to appear in his nightmares as a kid. Now, he has been seeing a therapist regularly, and what happens is that the therapist recommends that he confronts this man and lets him know, just basically confront the doppelganger to get over his fears. So basically, Alex comes face to face with his own personal nightmares after discovering that the man is, in fact, the guy that he thought it was. And so that's basically it. I mean, now that we know what it's about, Bob, take it away, man.
I love this comic, man. I'm gonna tell you, the part where he's sitting down talking to the therapist or whatever, whatever. But when he sits down and starts talking to this dude, this real life, literal demon of his, and the conversation that takes place at this table in this freaking coffee thing, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, is probably one of the most compelling conversations I've read in a comic in my whole life. I thought it was excellent. And I'll tell you, I sat down, when he sat down to talk to this dude, I thought, which I did know all the questions Alex was going to ask. He asked a few more that I didn't think of, but I thought I knew everything that Nightmare Man was going to say. I was completely wrong. Every time he asked that question, my mind thought of something. He answered in the most cool, laid back, chill, bro, this guy got upset because he went on to other kids. He was like, you don't even remember me. Dude, are you in love with this motherfucker? This really, I get it was traumatizing. It was very traumatizing for him. But he and Nightmare Man's just all right, bro. And the whole time I realized he's feeding on him the whole time. Because when he leaves the diner, he's like, now, what's for lunch? He fed on the dude the whole time. He was sitting there. And it just occurred to me, I was like, oh my God, this is such a brilliant comic, man.
Even more than just through that conversation, he had been feeding on him. He'd been feeding on him ever since he started seeing him in the diner. Right. He'd still be showing, you haven't came since I was 14.
Oh yeah, every morning. Yeah.
He wanted a different sandwich. He just changed his tactic. It seems like he was still present the entire time, his whole life, tormenting this dude and slowly feeding off of it.
Right.
It was cool.
Yes. Yeah, I liked it, man. I like the whole thing. What do you think?
Yeah, I totally agree, man. Because everything about it was almost just perfect. after I finished reading it, like, because I had to read it like in front of you guys, so you guys were seeing like my genuine reaction. Yeah, I'm over here like going, oh my god, wow, what the fuck, like, like I wasn't expecting it to be this good. I think it is what it is. I mean, you know me, I like to break it down into, you know, what is it, like the art, character, world building, you know, and then the visual storytelling. I'm a big stickler on that one. I love visual storytelling, and this comic had it. I mean, top tier. It was really good. The flow of the panels, the movement on the pages, even though again it's a very standard manner. You know, there weren't any off-kilter comics panels. There weren't any off-kilter panels. You know, trying to show these weird, bizarre angles. It was a very realistic, happens in the everyday world kind of comic.
Yeah.
And that ties into the world building. They made it very relatable. You know, like
the conversation was a kind of conversation they reacted the way real people would react. Like you would expect Alex to react the way he did to the way Nightmare Man, because he wasn't like in your face. He was doing what you do to bullies. You know what I mean? Just like, dude.
And I loved that I love that they played with like because you could tell they were implementing a lot of Freudian psychology, especially dream interpretation. And by doing that, they were really playing around with like the human's ego and why humans are the way they are, like how they started making, you know, comments about like when he told them, it's like, you know, why do you appear in this form, you know, like you can be anything. It's like this is how monsters appear nowadays. I'm like, oh shit.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say that page, like right here, this is probably my favorite page right here, right where you picked up, where he goes, you expect me to believe this? You're flesh and blood right here, right now. You're a man. He's like, and then Nightmare Man's like, it's the form monsters take, or monsters come in these days. You're drinking coffee. You know what I'm saying? Like you're telling demons drink coffee. It doesn't, like flesh and bones to him is like coffee to us. You know, I mean, I thought that was a good touch. Like the building of this universe was amazing, and I love also, even though I loved what they were building and all these this whole story, I loved it. I'm glad it was a one shot, because I think if you went any further with it, it would destroy the whole world. I think
that was one of my notes too. I said I was gonna say that they need to leave it alone, because this is perfect the way it is. It's great. Yeah.
Put your glasses on, Daniel.
I can't. I had them. They're gone. I was looking. I thought I was reading deeper into something. I was checking to see if he even had a scone with him the whole time, or if Alex was the scone.
Alex was the scone.
He uses coffee with his breakfast, you know?
Yeah, he does have a scone.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't know, man. I know.
So the art, I mean, the thing is, at first glance, when I first opened the comic, my first impression was, oh, okay, simple. Like the art is very simple. But like the more I really looked at it, especially now, like how we were just been talking since I just read it, I was kind of skimming through it and I'm looking at it, and it's actually like it's got a lot of nice technicality to it. That it really isn't that simple. It was a very well thought out style, and I think it fit the story wonderfully.
Kind of chaotic. It's a little chaotic, you know, like a lot of short strokes, you know, like real kind of chaotic, but it's still
strokes. I fucking love it.
I'll tell you why it works. The reason it works is because of the psychology again behind the art style. Is that like they use cross-hatching. I love cross-hatching. But what I like about cross-hatching is that the lines are normally, you know, very meticulous. You know, like they're different thicknesses. They have to start thin and end thin, you know, that sort of deal. But the way they did this style, the lines weren't as clean as cross-hatching normally is.
Yeah.
They're clean, but they're not clean. And I think what that does is it kind of, it has like a anxiety behind it. You see how the lines actually like start thick, end thick? That means that it was scribbled. Like normally cross-hatching is done, one stroke at a time. Like these lines were, scribbled.
Yeah, wait.
So the thing is that like it almost has a rushed feel, but I think it's fitting because like when you draw something fast and you do it without thinking, you get this very sketchy kind of look, which is what the comic book has. But it goes along with the fact that this guy's anxious, like he's scared. He's like because he's seeing this guy and he doesn't know what's going on in his mind.
And I feel like more to that point, I think that some of this was more intentional than what you're describing as when you scribble. It kind of is more free flowing and it just like happens. If you look at how Alex is drawn compared to how Nightmare Man is drawn, it seems like his anxiety shows up in his lines. And how chill and cool and just laid back and focused almost Nightmare Man is drawn versus how blurry and unfocused Alex is drawn.
And the
more intention to his erratic lines.
Yeah, even in the shirt, chest and the shirt area. And the therapist has hardly any cross hatching on her face or body features at all. Like she's just there for the ride. Like she's not stressed out. Like I see what you're saying with the comparison of the characters. And she's also one of those that don't have much compared to what he has and what Nightmare Man has. That's a good observation, Dan. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, no, that's a very good observation. I'm looking at page 17, and what you're saying is absolutely right. There's a panel where they have Nightmare Man, and they have Alex right next to him, and it's uncanny.
Check out page 1 where he's sitting in the office, and there's a lot of that going on, like on his forehead and the shading across his face and down his neck. And
it was actually the first thing I noticed was how crazy looking he was drawn. His beard wasn't completed. Everything was just blurred and like I said, unfocused.
Right.
Like he seems to be.
Mm-hmm.
He's focused on one thing.
Right.
But you go to page 20 is my favorite artistic page. And all of that is super crisp, clean lines. Everything's just really cool page.
Talk about the red one. It's like a red page.
Yes.
Yeah.
That red smoke all around him.
Yeah.
Page 21 was another one of my favorites, and it was really only because of that red line that cuts across 3 separate panels.
Yeah. It creates a flow on the page.
Bro, it's so cool, and it drew me.
Yeah.
It really fucking caught my attention.
That's a visual storytelling trick.
Right.
That's it's like creating that flow on the page so that the mind automatically processes the panels in this order.
It's 3 separate panels and 3 separate shots, and it still has that one line cutting through all of them. That was a cool little feature too. I like that. But page 20 was fucking dope. That was really cool.
Yeah. Huh. Oh shit, I think I know exactly what that line is. If it is this, then that's actually really cool. I think that's the rim of his glasses. So you're seeing Alex and the people behind him from the point of view of Nightmare Man.
Yeah, because look at his fucking shades on the panel just above it.
Exactly.
No shit.
And if you notice, the red is it leads you to dude, like this is beautiful visual storytelling. I mean, it's beautiful.
So good.
It's so good.
That panel where he's wiping the tear away.
Yeah.
It's just, like I said, simple, chaotic, but very emotional. You can feel Alex's pain. I love this, man.
This was really good.
What medium was used to do this comic. I would almost, if it wasn't digitally done, which it could be, because digital mimics these kind of things pretty well. It almost looks like they did it with markers, probably like alcohol-based markers, just because of the way that the shadows are stacked on top of each other. Like if you notice, like Alex's shirt is like a gray, but then like it has like 2 different tones of gray. So that means that they like put one gray on top of the other.
So back, Christian, when you were reading and we were just kind of watching it, you had mentioned about when the scene where he was in the cafe and he was debating on whether or not to talk, and he walked out, walked back in, walked back out.
Yeah, that page. Yeah, I love.
Like this was a very dramatic book, but there was literally like almost every other page there was some kind of comedic value to it. They balanced it really well.
Well, I thought that part really told Alex's story. You know what I'm saying? Like he is anxious about this. That he walked all the way out. He was going to quit, and then thought, "No, I got to go back in." And they took the time in this 23 pages that they were given to put that in there, because most people would have just left that out. It's not needed. It is needed, guys. Go ahead.
There's more to it. If you are only paying attention to Alex, if you are also following Nightmare Man, look at his eyes in each frame. He knows he's there. He's been feeding on him for years. He's getting frustrated and annoyed. He's rolling his fucking eyes like, oh fuck, here we go. Okay, are you gonna fucking do this or not, dude? Get to it. You know what I mean? And then he walks down, he goes back to his newspaper, and then he walks in, he fucking rolls his eyes again. Like he's over. He knows what's going on. He's just waiting for it to fucking happen or not. Can I get back to my coffee, or are you gonna do this? It's funny.
Yeah.
Me, that page, that scene was hilarious. It was. I understand the anxiety behind it, but that shit.
Yeah. Like to me, it's one of those things that made it, perfectly relatable, because there wasn't this whole thing where he just went and walked up to the guy, because they could have done that.
Yeah.
They could have. But the fact that, it's like Bob said, they took the time to add this in to further show his anxiety. And then not only that, but again, like the way they did it with the panels. I mean, it's almost like looking at an animation. You're just looking at it frame for frame. It's I don't know. I thought it was great because it creates a movement on the page. If you notice, like the way where they are positioned, Nightmare Man stays the same, but then you've got Alex, and he makes this trajectory on the page like this.
Yeah.
And they weren't on one character. Like they took that sequence and made it comical and stressful and relatable on both sides. You know what I'm saying? So they did a lot with those 4 panels. Yeah.
Another thing I appreciate is that, which is one of the reasons that leads me to believe this wasn't done digitally, is that if you notice the background, it's not a copy paste deal.
No,
you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, it's not. Yeah.
There are subtleties in it that you can tell it was drawn multiple times. It wasn't the same background reused. Normally in digital art, that's what you would do. These are little shortcuts that you can work with, where you can use the same background, but then just change the characters in it and whatnot, using different layers. But here, I mean, they took the time. They redrew this scene multiple times, just to do that. So I appreciate it a lot. It was a great touch.
This one's not even a subtlety. Right by the door looks like an old poster board. And then on the next panel, it looks like it's a fucking, like a door, like a small little door.
Yeah. Well, that third lamp gives it away as well.
Yeah.
These last 3 panels, third lamp there. But yeah, I thought everything was great, man. Like you can even read the Boston, what does that say? Boston Globe.
He says, yeah, you can read the, wait, what does that say?
Coral. No, but most people would have just boggled it up. You know what I mean? Like just not even bothered.
Yeah, I know I would have.
Local homeowner reports of hauntings.
What is
It's
it?
a report it's a news report about him. It says local homeowner reports of hauntings.
Oh yeah, it does.
Huh.
Yeah, I just couldn't make it out. Yeah, yours is coming out better than mine. And they'd have to rewrite, do that whole paper each time, and they did. You can tell the differences too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I want to say, in addition to what we had discussed earlier, when we first talked about, hey, we're gonna just look at these three off face value and pick one for the next one. When I saw the cover for Nightmare Man, in the title alone, I was just like, nah.
Yeah.
Let's do a different one. And then when you sent it, and I was like, wait a minute, this can't be right. This wasn't supposed to be what we were doing. So I wrote you whatever. And then you was like, no, we're doing Nightmare Man. I was like, okay, let's fine. But oh my fucking God. Like, I'm glad I was able to go into it open and not have that you know, that feeling towards it already. Even though I did have it, you know, I still was able to read it and thoroughly enjoy it. Thoroughly enjoyed the art. It was beautifully done.
Yeah. And again, he's not a comic guy, guys. He's coming in this fresh. He knows about characters, but have you ever read any comics before this, Daniel?
Yeah, so, you know, 12, 13 years old, I had comics like just about everybody.
But everybody, yeah.
I had Wolverines and, you know, the basic shit like that. I didn't have a ton of stuff, maybe 10, 15 pieces in my collection, but you know as well as I did, we didn't come up with the ability to just buy fucking books on a whim, you know. So, but we ended
comics. I had comics. If my cousin had them, I had them.
You know what I mean? And what we did end up with as our own became cherished. I kept them in fucking plastic until my you know, adulthood, and I've only just recently lost my first 10 comics. But the thing is I never really read them though. You know, to be honest, I enjoyed the art a lot. I enjoyed the characters. Didn't care for the story. Didn't care for following along with what was going on. It was never really intriguing. But again, you know, I'm more of an artist, so that's what I was looking at. It was cool pictures, I guess, and then I understood the value of them, so I held on to them and took care of them. You know,
Right.
I mean, not much of a comic reader at all. That doesn't mean I'm not still, you know, nerding out to Marvel shit. You know,
Right.
I still am a typical fucking sci-fi nerdy dude. I just look like this.
Yeah. He's not a dork. He's accepting his nerdity. And if anybody's wondering, Christian is over there drawing. He's a fucking machine. I don't know which way he's going to be.
He's down from you.
Down
From me.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm paying attention. I'm just, you know.
Yeah, he can always listen. We have conversations like this. He's sitting there drawing, and we have full conversations. I couldn't do that. But anyway, yeah, he's just drawing, guy. Yeah, so I mean, I've said all I got to say about this comic. I'll just sit here and rave about it for another hour.
That's what I was gonna ask too.
Well,
like, what happens when we all just
Bob,
smudge?
So Daniel, I don't know if you knew this, but Bob has a special place for the #1 comic.
Oh shit! Are we going there? Oh damn!
And so, you know, right now, Blowtorch by Alfred Page. We interviewed him not too long ago, and it was awesome. We absolutely loved that comic. I remember I loved it. Now, Daniel
hasn't had a chance to read it.
Yeah. That's.
But I watched.
So, my question to you, Bob, is on a scale from Ash to Blowtorch, where does this comic fall?
Okay, so from -7 to 10. Let me see. Man, this was good, dude. Man, I didn't know he was gonna hit me with that one. It didn't even occur to me. I was gonna have to put this up against
Look, all right, look, I'll level with you. The reason I bring it up is because, if I'm honest, I enjoyed this a lot more than I enjoyed Blowtorch.
Hey, dude. Oh man, yeah.
Like it's just the way it was put together, the design of it and everything. It worked. It worked in such a satisfying way to me that like I had to put it up there. This is my favorite so far.
Two totally different stories. Both of them are great, and I loved every aspect of both of the comics, man.
Right.
I'm sorry, Alfred, man. I'm gonna have to go with Christian and put this one up the top spot. Daniel, again, he hasn't been able to read the comics, so it don't matter. So we don't need a tiebreaker.
I will say though, I wanted to say that just because I didn't read comic books doesn't mean that I'm unread and I don't read books themselves. And to have read this one as a comic book didn't read like a comic book. You know what I mean? This is why the problem that I had with comic books before, was not present with this. This was very intriguing and had me immersed in the story. Like I loved it. It was more like reading a proper book with dope ass pictures with it.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, like it is apples and oranges. You know, like Blowtorch is one type of story. This one is a completely different type of story, but still, it's just like the levels of enjoyment. I loved Blowtorch. It was really fun to read. And it was very well done. So, I mean, still, I would still shout it out, guys. If you haven't read Blowtorch by Page One Comics, check it out. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
It's out.
The thing is, as far as the enjoyment of the comic, I mean, like, you know, I read this one very last minute, but still, I mean, even though I was reading it fast, I was immersed. I wanted to know, and it kept me there till the end. And by the end, I was satisfied with what I read.
I didn't need any.
I'm glad it's a one shot.
I'm glad it's a one shot. I think any more would ruin it. I think it's just good. Like there's some of those movies, like for me, Nobody with Bob Odenkirk. If they make a Nobody 2, it's gonna ruin it. I just don't
right.
Person, man. For Daniel's sake, and for those viewers that are just joining us, Blowtorch was a ground level Patrick Swayze-esque Roadhouse type story, and that's what Alfred was going for, and man, they fucking pegged it, man. They hit it right on the head. But again, I enjoyed this one, man, better than I did that one. Not to say anything bad about Blowtorch, but this comic was the shit, dude.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. So that's it, guys. We all recommend. I recommend you go buy this comic. Anyway, that's it, guys. That's it, guys. I don't know what the fuck we're doing next week, so we'll see you then.
See you guys.
Daniel's like, oh.
That's unorthodox.
Listen, we mustn't compare ourselves to regular people.